Hello, good day, mate. Got an email from an Australian subscriber here. He says his name is Henry. Dude says, "Hey, brother, sending you a message from Australia. Any reply would be appreciated. It's a bit of a life story, so I hope you don't mind." That's fucking terrible. That's so bad. It's funny though. Should I keep it up? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna keep it up. Sorry, Henry. But anyways, he says, just want some advice about traveling to Japan. This guy, basically, his email is the same message that I get on Instagram nearly every single day, and I get emails about this same topic all the time. This guy wants to know, should he try out living in Japan? Is he going to miss his family if he moves here? Can he get a good job in Japan without speaking fluent Japanese, etc., etc.? Says, I have a strong experience in sales. Basically, he's in school, but he's totally sick of it. He doesn't like it. He can't see the end. He has strong foundations in Australia. His family is there. He has opportunities in Australia, but he also feels like he needs to get out. He says, people typically live and die where they are born. That is not who I am. I can relate to that. Said, I find that you're one of the only YouTubers who is super, super sexy and doesn't glorify Japan in a good way. Many gaijin content creators glorify Japan because they gain from doing so and their income is already high. Okay. Anyways, I seek your general advice on employment and living in Japan. You said you moved without a college degree. I've gotten some offers from Eikaiwa schools, but I'm looking for something more fulfilling. And P.S., I'm also frustrated because lately, my girlfriend's boyfriend has only been letting me play Halo for 30 minutes at a time. Alright, so for that last part, I don't really know what to tell you. You might just have to talk it out with them. I mean, maybe he can get it on Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you get it on Tuesday, Thursday, and then I don't know, you fight for it on the weekends or some shit. I'm not exactly sure what you should do. That's not my forte though. I'm gonna talk about Japan. So thank you for the email, Henry. Basically, to answer your first question, do I miss my family? Is it hard leaving when you have ties home? He said he's not sure that he wants to give it up for a year. He's not sure that he wants to give up his relationships and what he has going on in Australia for a year. I believe this guy said that he was 19. Dude, you are so young. Bro, I didn't come to Japan until I was like 26, man. You have like 7 years before you even get to the stage where I was. You have so much life to live ahead of you. You know how many years I lived in America, just like I said, just working in restaurants, doing nothing, just saving money and doing nothing? 1 year is nothing, dude. And I've said this in different videos, but think of it this way. Do you think Christopher Columbus was worried about missing his mommy when he went out to sail the seas, to discover new territory, to change the world forever? I mean, maybe he was thinking, I do miss my mommy. But if he would have stayed home because he was worried about missing his mommy, we would be living in an entire different world right now. Do you think LeBron James, the current best basketball player in the world, misses his family when he's on the road 200 days out of the year or whatever? Maybe not that many, but he's on the road a lot. I'm sure he does. But what's LeBron James doing? He's making history, dude. He's inspiring millions and millions and billions of people across the entire world. He's making history. He's doing something great. I'm sure he does miss his parents. I'm sure he's missing out on Christmases here and there. Sometimes it's a sacrifice you gotta make. And also, not that you should use this, don't manipulate people, right? But when you do get out of your country, when you get away from home a little bit, a lot of people, including you, including yourself, will realize the appreciation that you have for those people back home. And when you do meet again, you have a greater love for those people. And that's real. So, should you be worried about missing out 1 year of your life in Australia? No, dude. I know it's not easy. I know it's hard. But You have so much life to live. You can do great things. You can see the world. Your life in Australia will be enriched when and if you return because you saw the world, because you spent time away from your loved ones. That's real talk. Now, to answer your other part of your question, you said, basically, how successful can you be? How do I recommend you come here and start living here in Japan? Now, I want to be careful when I say, even though I've said I live here in Japan a million times, guys, I live here still, not permanently. I have to get a visa every year. I'm on a student visa. I've been on a student visa for 2 years, and I've got a new student visa now for another couple of years. You're going to have to figure out what kind of visa you want. I don't know if Australia does a 1-year working holiday visa. I don't know. There's a book. There's a new book by my friend Ryan Flynn. It's called the Japan Visa Bible. You can find it online. I'm going to put a link to it here and in the description. The Japan Visa Bible. He literally made a book listing every type of visa you can get based on what country you're from, all the different requirements to live in Japan, temporary or long term. So all the people that are asking me what visa should I get, what visa should I go for, guys, just look at the Japan Visa Bible and figure it out from there. You don't have to do all this searching. It's just all finally, nicely, neat, and put together in this book for you, the Japan Visa Bible. Check it out. But what I recommend you do, if money is not an item, the best route to living in Japan is start with language school. The language is the most important thing in terms of being successful and being happy here in Japan. Guys, if you cannot speak the Japanese language, you are so incredibly limited. You are an infant. You are an infant in this country if you do not speak the language. So many doors, countless doors will open for you if you can speak the language. And so if he talks about how he has experience in certain fields of work and such, but he doesn't have a degree yet. He's getting offers from Eikaiwa schools. All right, let me just do not, unless you have a serious passion for teaching Japanese, teaching English and teaching people, do not come to Japan to be an English teacher unless you have a serious passion, or you recognize that it kind of sucks, but you want to try it out for a year and maybe go back or something. If you come to Japan with the goal of just living here, you don't really give a fuck about teaching English actually, but your goal is to live here and you want to live here forever, and your means to doing that is your English speaking ability, and you're going to teach people English for the rest of your life in Japan, it's almost a 90+% recipe for being depressed and being sour and bitter and hating this place. Check it out. You're not going to have opportunities every single day to speak Japanese and learn Japanese because you're speaking English all day. You're speaking English all day. Also, the pay is super low. The pay sucks. Also, so many other people who have done that. That's what they're doing. And there are so many toxic, bitter, sad, angry English teachers living in Japan type people that you will meet, and there's a good chance that your workplace is going to be full of bitter people that hate Japan and talk shit about Japan, but they live here because whatever, the healthcare is cheap, and they have a J wife. They have a Japanese wife that they married when they were 25, and because they had a fetish, and now they're stuck here with her for the rest of their life. And they don't have any money, and they don't speak the language, and they can't do literally anything without having to get their wife, who hates them now and doesn't ever fuck them, to do things for them. I would not recommend coming here to live long-term teaching English. And someone's gonna say, didn't you teach English? I taught English part-time, brother. I was a full-time student. I taught English as a part-time job when I first got here, when I didn't speak the language yet. Now I don't teach English anymore. That was part-time. I was teaching to kids also, which is 100 times better than teaching to adults. And then anyways, Henry goes on to say he has certain experiences in other fields, like what are the, I hope I'm understanding him here, but what are the odds that he can get a different job in Japan just as an Australian dude? And if you don't live here, already your chances are going down like 90% of getting any type of job. Second of all, if you're not fluent in the language, your chances go down like 95%. And if you don't have a college degree, your chances go down like to basically everything if you don't live in the country except Kiowa English teaching. So I don't recommend coming here with your credentials right now, Henry. I don't recommend that you come here and try to be on a work visa. I recommend you come here on a language student visa, and then maybe do what I'm doing, transfer into college if you haven't finished college. If you still want to live here, transfer into college, and then get your degree, and then you speak the language, and you have a college degree from somewhere in Japan, and then you can get a job here if that's what you want to do, after you've spent years here and figured it out. And if you want to come here for just a year and you're positive that's only a year, dude, come here on a language student visa, or you can do the working holiday thing. If you're positive that you don't want to stay here longer, do the working holiday thing. You're probably not going to learn the language very well, and you're probably going to spend a lot of time working as an English teacher or something, which kind of sucks. But then at least you don't have to have all this money to pay for school tuition. But if you have the money to pay for school tuition, come to Japanese language school. It's only like half a day each day. There's not too much homework usually at the Japanese language schools. It's fun, it's useful. You learn the language, you can have a better life here in Japan because you're learning the language, right? And now obviously you're probably gonna have to work a part-time job as well to supplement your income, but I don't think it's gonna be nearly as bad as teaching English full-time, even for a year as a working holiday person. So Henry, I hope I answered your question. I hope I answered other people's questions who probably want to ask the same type of shit to me and do ask me the same type of shit nearly every single day. I'm going to make another video coming up real soon here about my entire experience at the Japanese language school, how I got in, what the day-to-day classes were like, what the homework was like, what the support was like, the staff, all of that. I'm going to make a video on that. I'm going to make it anyways, but if you guys want to tell me if you're interested in that video, that will just make me want to make it more. But I'm going to make it anyway, so I don't know why I'm saying this. But anyways, thanks for watching. My name's yungjamez. I've got a really clean fart box. Alright. If you guys want to join my Discord, send me $5. Send me $5 on PayPal. Links there. Links in the description. Don't forget to add your Discord username. If you don't add your Discord username, I don't know how I'm supposed to find you to add you on Discord and add you to the group. Right? So, but thanks for the $5 anyway. If you do it and then you forget your username, nah, I'm a good guy. I'll probably return that, or will I? But anyways, all right. I need to shut up. All right, peace out. My name's yungjamez. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Love y'all.